Welcome to Talk with Tatiana. Welcome me back, guys, with a new video. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, and a thumbs up. Comment down below as well. Kim Kardashian, guys, has finally sat down for an exclusive interview with the one and only Angie Martinez. She's amazing. She has a podcast here on YouTube. Kim Kardashian opened up finally to someone to garner what she has been going through with everything that has taken place with her ex-husband that we all know by the new name of Ye. But he goes by formerly known as Kanye West. And Kim Kardashian is worried about her future, guys. She's completely reduced to tears. Kim Kardashian is in shambles, guys. And I have to say, I can only have sympathy for her. I can only feel for her. I mean, I don't know anyone who can gloat in anyone's downfall or their pity. What she has experienced over the course of, I would say, the past 6 to 7 months, during her divorce with Kanye West and his erratic, disgusting downfall, with his anti-Semitic hatred, along with the Balenciaga downfall, guys. I mean, this was an almighty fall. If there was ever a fall from grace in the dictionary, Kanye West's face would be there, in all seriousness. I mean, oh my God, seeing Kim Kardashian here in tears, I feel so sorry for her. But I also have to remember that everything that a Kardashian does is very, very strategic, okay? We're talking about the Kardashians now, the billion-dollar empire that this family has built off the back of, in all actuality, of Kanye West and his connections in the fashion industry is what catapulted Kim Kardashian from a pornography star to heights of Balenciaga, Gucci, Hermes, every high-end designer you can think of. And it all started with their fairy tale wedding 8 years ago. Kim Kardashian, now 42, who shares Northwest, who is 9, Saint, who is 7, Chicago, 4, and Sam, who's 3. She shares them all with Kanye, who's 45 years of age. And she opened up to Angie last night exclusively. And in quotations of Kim Kardashian, she says, guys, it's really effing hard, in expletives, and explaining her relationship with her ex-husband. Here's a picture here of Northwest, who was pictured in the downfall of the Balenciaga nightmare, wearing a gimp mask, along with these 2 innocent children. I blurred out their faces. They were part of the Balenciaga unveiling, I will call it. The scandal of everything that showed Balenciaga was doing child pornography in disguise. And they were hiding it in plain sight through bondage, guys. Having little children wear bondage and teddy bears and well-placed ads that many people saw quickly what it was and what it was in reality. And none of us wanted to believe it, but we had to open our eyes to this sad, sad, true reality that they were trying to normalize the most disgusting, the most egregious thing that any of us could ever fathom, that our parents, mothers, sisters, brothers, uncles, any of us can all relate to the disgust of taking advantage and exploitation of children, which is what Balenciaga was caught red-handed in doing. And Kim, during her divorce that took 2 years to play itself out, her now ex-husband was the face of Balenciaga. And now he is falling from grace from being a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, to now a millionaire, which to everyone else, that's a lot of money. But to go from multi-billionaire status to means of millionaire status, Kanye West is in a very precarious and detrimental predicament. And I can't imagine what every day he's waking up to is like. Having the reality of knowing that he did this to himself. Kanye West would still be one of the richest black men in America to date had he not played a part in his own downfall of grandiose is what it's called, grandiosity. And many of us blamed mental illness for many, many years for Kanye West's tantrums, his rage, his misfortunes of comments he would go on tirades for. Many of us constantly made excuses for it. But I could say I never was one of those people. I basically, I guess, canceled him many, many years ago when he made comments on TMZ saying to the sum of slavery was a choice. To me, those were words that were so outlandish, so egregious, they could never be forgiven. You cannot do that on national platforms when everyone knows the history of African Americans and the strife of being enslaved for over 400 years. And he went on to make it even worse by going on to say that Harriet Tubman did not try to free the slaves, and many, many things I will not repeat. They're so egregious, guys. I am just giving you guys a recap of what this woman has gone through. I know right now Kim Kardashian has little to zero fans, okay? Everyone is blaming her for Kanye West's downfall and simply by coordination, okay? Simply by default that she is the husband of, the wife of. Therefore, you're going to naturally take some beating of a downfall of this sort of a height. It's unprecedented. It's never, ever happened. And I don't think anyone's history. I mean, the barrage of anti-Semitic egregiousness that he put her through, her entire family through. And if you look at her statements here, from what Kim is saying of how she feels, she's finally got the courage to speak out on how her daily life has been with co-parenting with Kanye West. And Kim Kardashian says, "It has been a nightmare co-parenting with Kanye West." She goes on to say that she's worried. She's worried about her future. She's worried about her children's future. She's worried about her future significant others, if that may even be plausible. I mean, who is going to want to date Kim Kardashian after this tirade of the tumultuous downfall of her husband? And she's now a single mother of 4 children that are all under the age of 9. Okay? 4 children under the age of 9. So whomever decides to date her next, after Pete Davidson, who briefly dated Kim Kardashian for 9 months to a year of timing, and we all thought, oh my God, that's going to end in some sort of a nightmare. I mean, this guy had all of her children's names tattooed all over his body. It was almost like they fell in love overnight. And Pete Davidson is known for, after very, very famous women part from their significant others, he is pretty much known as, I guess, the cleanup guy of some sort. I don't know how that happened, but that's what he's known for. And of course, and Kim, quotation marks, her saying his BDE energy, that's what Kim Kardashian said of Pete Davidson while she was dating him. She also went on to introduce her children to him as well. Since then, Pete Davidson has skyrocketed. His career has taken off, that he no longer works for SNL. He's over every commercial, television, Netflix deal. He is everywhere. So if there is someone to say who mountain climbed in that relationship, I guess it would be Pete, who came out above. In contrast with Kanye West, Kim Kardashian and her entire family came out above in that relationship. He did not only benefit her, he benefited Kylie Jenner. He benefited her other sister, that's the beautiful model, which would be Kendall Jenner, yes. He also took a huge role, guys, in skyrocketing Kendall into the high fashion modeling world. If you guys did not know that information as well. Kanye West had so many connections through his best friend Virgil, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Virgil was the head of Louis Vuitton, the dream job that Kanye West wanted so badly. And unfortunately, Virgil got the position over Kanye West, which caused a rift between the two. And unfortunately, Virgil lost his life and succumbed to a battle of cancer at the tender age of just early 40s, 41 to 42 years of age. Virgil, you guys can please do research on him. He's a very, very notable, very high-end fashionista. Very great of a legend that he left behind. An awesome trendsetter in the fashion world. So, after that, Kim finally spoke. She finally broke her silence, guys, from all of this time. Since Kanye ran that despicable, oh my God, presidential run for candidacy in 2020, which he also campaigned to run for 2024, but that all fell apart along with Candace Owens and his Paris Fashion Week of his rollout of attire that did not sit well with anyone, in which he wore the attire with the back printed on of White Lives Matter. Even though we all know every life matters, everyone matters in America, everyone matters in the entire world, but him doing that at that particular time, at that particular moment, was his ultimate demise. Timing is everything. There is a way of saying things, there's a tone of saying things, and there is a time in saying those things. And if you do not say and do those things in the proper order of operation in your life, it can very much so cost you everything. Which Kanye West is the living embodiment of that in present tense. Kim Kardashian went on to say, I had the best dad. I had the best memories and the greatest experience. And that's all I want for my kids, as long as they can have that. Kardashian went on to say, who was very close to her late father. And we all know the famous Robert Kardashian. He was a very famous attorney, very famous prominent lawyer in California. And he was one of the infamous gentlemen who exonerated O.J. Simpson and the infamous O.J. trial with his wife at the time, Nicole Simpson. She went on to say, that's what I would want for them. If they don't know the things that are being said or what's happening in the world, why would I ever bring that energy to them? That's really heavy grown-up S word that they're not ready to deal with. Kim quoted. The Kardashian star said, she will be so prepared, in quotation marks. Again, so prepared. When her children eventually ask questions about their dad's public misdeeds. In the meantime, Kim's brood won't hear a bad word said about West. At least not from her, she says. One day, my kids will thank me for sitting here and not bashing their dad when I could, she told host Angie Martinez. All the crazy S word, she cursed again. Quotations. They'll thank me, and I'll privately answer anything that they want to know. It's not my place anymore to jump in. Kim Kardashian quotes. She said it's no longer her place to jump in and intervene into explaining to her children at this young of a tender age what is going on and what is happening with their father, who is falling apart at the seams at this very moment. This is so sad. This is something I never foresaw. I never thought Kanye West would fall from grace the way that he has. However, Kim confessed that keeping quiet about West's headlines making antics has become increasingly difficult. I definitely protected him, and I still will in the eyes of my kids for my kids. In my home, my kids don't know anything. that goes on the outside world. I'm holding on by a thread, she said. Oh my God, this is so unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. She goes on to say, I know I'm so close to that not happening. While that's still happening, I will protect that to the end of the earth as long as I can. End quote. Kim filed for divorce, guys, in February of 2021 after 7.5 years of marriage to West. Following months of several failed public attempts by West to win back Kim, he tried everything to declare his love for her and to reconcile with his family. She was unfortunately deemed legally single in March of 2022. They finalized their divorce on November 29th of 2022. They currently have equal custody and access to their 4 children per court documents that were also obtained by Page Six, guys. And West was ordered to pay Kimberly $200,000 a month in child support. And the matriarch said the children are 80% of the time with Kimberly as of September. 1 week before the settlement made headlines, West was accused of showing pornography and explicit photos of Kim to former employees who spoke to Rolling Stone for a scathing expose. West has previously opened up and said, quotations, his porn addiction has destroyed his family, and that is the reason in which his marriage to Kim Kardashian was destroyed. Oh my God. This is such sad news, guys. But I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. I want to know, how do you guys feel about Kimberly finally opening up in an exclusive interview with Angie Martinez, one-on-one? Do you think she's just ready to move on with her life? So she's strategically planning this interview so that everyone knows her final words, so she feels clear. She's putting all the whistles out to her potential mates, if not current mates, that this is what I have to say. I'm ready to move on. This is my final word upon my ex-husband, Kanye West. And she's ready to move on with her life. As we all know, Kim Kardashian has never been single. She's been married for 4 times. 4 times. So how do you go from a multi-billionaire, the most prominent figure in hip-hop, guys? How do you date after that? How do you date after a multi-billionaire Kanye West? How? The only other person would be Elon Musk, who we all know is the richest man in the world. Up until about a week ago, he did lose that title. But there has been a few rumors that the two were friends, in quotations. So, guys, do you think, again, maybe this is her attempt to separate herself from West now that she's going to become more of an advocate again for Balenciaga? What do you guys think is behind this? I gave 5 reasonings of what I believe is behind Kim's attempt to do this interview. Very strategic, very on time. Nothing the Kardashians do is by fluke or by chance. So guys, please sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. And please, again, make sure to like the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. If not, go ahead and click that button now for me. Subscribe to my channel so you can get perks to my exclusive content. Guys, please, I'm so excited. We're going to talk down below. I'm going to give you more updates as they come along. Let's talk. And thank you for chatting again. Talk with Tatiana. Bye-bye, guys.